fact, it's better if he quit and save himself a problem. He ain't got a chance.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now, because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
They go play action here on first down. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. In motion right is Addison. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and again to Jones. And this will be a Vikings first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Back to throw. McCarthy firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Quickly to Addison here. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully. Serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball, moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start again. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have the first down. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Throwing, Young. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Ready, go. Ready.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Off the play fake, Young. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Let's go now.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Ready.
To throw, Young. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball. When that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn?
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So 3 points left on the table thanks to a great play there on special teams. They just couldn't protect long enough, Charles, to get that kick away.
Yeah, special teams coaches aren't just simply there to applaud, right? And they're not just there to encourage. They're there to find weaknesses where you can go block the kick. Give them big credit for that one. Good scouting, and they executed it well.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, McCarthy. open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Second down, another shot for Jones. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. On first down, McCarthy flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. The field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Young to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Young will set to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Young's throw here into the hands of Moore. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A play fake. Now Young. And he's got his man on the out route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll throw again. Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Young. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Young now. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Renfro. Touchdown, Panthers. Hunter Renfro. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Now he's free to midfield and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. McCarthy setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw on second down. McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the...
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
Young on third down. That is caught. Oh, nice move. A big play there for Carolina. And even 40 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
Black swap.
Right back to Hubbard.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short yardage. Young work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready?
Young.
That is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal.
He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. An inside give to Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Off-play action. McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one incomplete. They'll try to sneak in a deep one with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Young now from the 50.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Young.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Right. 6. Mega. 7.
Again, it's Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings first down.
Off the play fake.
McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
2nd and 5.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
So now Young and the Panthers down 20-17. A minute 45 to play. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. We got to thank the guys on the team.
Now Young.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
That throw by Young incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
They brought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
This this late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.